On the road again. Man, I have not done this for years. Already got a first gas stop. Left early this morning, and it's still pretty early this morning. The sun ain't up yet, but we're on our way to Barron County. I'm actually pretty excited. I haven't done this for a while. Looks like we got a little bird droppings, but everything still seems to be fairly secure. So today we're gonna go talk to the school here pretty soon, and I think we're going to talk to the morning classes first, and then talk to the afternoon classes and get the car unloaded in between. So I'm looking forward to it. Haven't done this for a while.
Hey guys, this is BC from Spirit Cars. This is our little hot rod here we got.
How y'all doing? But we don't build cars. We build dreams. But the only way to build dreams is to have dreamers. So we need a new crop of dreamers that can believe they can do whatever. We need to dream big. Not everybody here is the same. We all have different likes and different abilities and different skills. And team building is a big part of it. Yeah. You know, I'm not a believer in luck. I believe that life is going to present you a lot of opportunities, and at our shop we don't have problems, we just have solutions. So you've got the opportunity to come up with solutions to fix problems for the rest of the people in the world that aren't worried about making something of themselves and doing something. So it's exciting for me to see that you are providing this opportunity. It doesn't happen everywhere. There's a lot of schools that are like, no, you just read your books, you get your piece of paper, you do this, and this will be hands-on. There's an old saying. It goes, you train up a child in the way they should go, and when they're old, they won't depart from it. Now, there's some people who are going to want to put a doctrine into that and say, you need to believe what I tell you to believe, and that's how we're going to brainwash you to be that. I believe we all been created with our own gifts and abilities. Everybody here has that gift and ability. So part of what you're doing is helping them find that. And when you find who you are and what you are, and you develop that over a lifetime, then when you're old, I don't go to work every morning. I get to build dreams. This isn't a job, this is, and my guys that are at the shop, we're all old and we're about retired. We could be, I was. I had to come back because there's no more of you. And there's such a big gap between my generation, you're kind of somewhere in between, and your generation. We've lost some of these skills. AI is going to take a lot of the jobs you think you might have. But AI is not going to unclog your toilet. It's not going to put the roof on a house. It's not going to, pave this, or whatever the hands-on job skill. And that's the skills a lot of people have. So, what's next? We unloading?
Let's get this all loaded. All right, we roll it on back.
Okay.
And we'll cut the wheels and push it in the shop.
Just an FYI, and I'm sure you're going to hear it over and over, don't assume anything. Check it, double check it again. Don't assume there's grease in the rear end.
Absolutely.
Don't assume there's bolts in the torque converter going to the flywheel. Don't assume there's oil in the motor. Don't assume anything.
Yeah, I've went over my morning group and this group yesterday to let them know that the car is kind of semi-assembled, meaning that it's assembled to the point where it can be delivered. But it'll all have to be pulled back apart, inspected, like you said, check all the fluids, get lined out with what our proper torque specs need to be for brake calipers, get our dimensions set up, square it up, and then start making measurements for our plumbing, for our fuel, for our brakes, and a lot to do,
And you're either going to build in quality or you're going to build in a poor quality vehicle. whatever you do first, think about it. Everything gets built on top of that. So if you try to shortcut and send it to the next person, they're either going to have to redo your work, or they're going to just build on top of that and send it to the next person, and send it to the next person. There's an attitude in this country. I'm going to say this is a new saying for me. So I was in, I got to tell a story for it. I'll make it a quick one.
It's good.
But I grew up in the Chicago area, so it was a pretty big high school I went to, and there was multiple junior highs fed to the high school. So I was on the 7th grade basketball team. We were horrible, didn't win a game. I was on the 8th grade basketball team. We were horrible, didn't win a game. So by the time I got to my sophomore year in high school, we had multiple schools there. But bottom line is, we were just content losing. And the coach there had a saying, that was a half-ass, lackadaisical effort. Here's what I think. I think a half-ass, lackadaisical effort is more contagious than COVID was.
I agree with that.
You don't have to understand how it works, but you can just see quality.
Yep.
And whatever it is, you in a person or in a thing or whatever. We need to move back to quality in this world. So I'm seeing some good stuff here. I think we got potential.
Oh yeah. We got the facility and instructors definitely with the background. You know, pretty much all of us guys instructors here. This is our industry. It's what we done. You know, before we start teaching.
Well, we talked about that. Can I give up a story on you?
Yeah.
You were so frustrated you were almost ready to go back to industry.
Oh yeah. With the COVID deal, and then you know getting students back engaged and the hands-on skills of it. It's been tough, but it's come back. We're doing a lot better with that now. A lot better.
Well, I'm recruiting in 2 ways, and this is crazy. I need people right now, today, skilled, with 10 years of experience, 20. They're not there. I'm not long for this world, but I'm looking for the next generation. I'm willing to come to this level to go, come on. You don't need to go to, and I'm not knocking down secondary education by any stretch, but there's my son who has a master's in, you got more than a master, I don't know what all you got, but you're in the corporate world now. But you're a hands-on guy. Bottom line is, if you come through this course, you have opportunities to, day one, I'm about applied education. Take your education and apply it the day after you graduate, and start doing what you love. If this is what you love, or whatever it is, it doesn't matter. You can learn a lot of different skills on this, but whatever it is, apply. And if you do need to learn, you apply your education and you become a lifelong learner.
Yeah.
Because I'm learning stuff every day. I'm learning from the guys I work with. If we work together, we're going to learn some stuff.
We are. We're going to collaborate
And
a lot.
we're going to.
We're not a lot together on these projects. Yep. Some of you guys, auto, welding, y'all got any questions about anything? You know, I'm sure some of you guys want to step up and get a little closer to it and look at it a little closer. Go ahead and walk up, take a look at it, check out some of the welds, check out
This would be a
interior,
20 to 29.
expansion.
You can kind of see by the column, it's in the 30, 31 is more flat cap. But a 28 to 29 is Model A, 30, 31 is all Model A. Before that, it's all going to be P, Model P, 32 is all Model A.
It kind of looks like this dog. They wanted like 25. And he's like, nah, a little too expensive. I'm like, you should. For 25, and all I really need is some paint and some other good stuff, new tires. And then
Our big promoter here is all of our
That just shows what kind of relationship the teachers have with the kids. And when they reach out to the teachers, they know they're going to help them in any way they can. So
So that mentor relationship, if you
It's
can build
it's
one,
huge.
is huge.
Yeah.
It's huge. And it's lifetime, really.
I had a kid send me a text message last night. He was involved. I don't know if you've seen this little tiny house on the trailer when you pulled up. It's over in front
Kind
of
of, but not really. I was
Yeah.
just kind of assessing where it's supposed
He
to
was-
go. I was like, that's the building, probably.
He was on that project, and now just by him working on that project has led him to another career of actually working with our city now because he was involved with it. He sent us all a big message thanking us for everything they've done, and that's the rewarding side of it.
Yeah.
Because you know that you're offering a future for those kids. In other words,
I think
if they're
that's
not
one.
being successful at the high school, we want them to be successful up there, but we want them to find a career down here. So that's all.
Not everybody's college bound.
No, and to be honest with you, I mean, you don't know until you actually go try other things. You know, then you may have the straight A kid up there that's had academics pushed down their throat their whole life, and then this is what they want to do until they get back down here with us and they get their hands dirty in the automotive things. And that's where the passion is.
That's the key word. If you have a passion for it, and I believe what I said earlier about train up a child in the way that you go. When you find what you love, okay, you found it. And it's your passion.
Yeah.
Help them become that.
Yep.
Become what I want them to become.
I was telling your son, we had a kid last year that I took him to a co-op position. And as a senior, he walked out of here as a senior. As soon as he graduated, he was making $100,000 a year. 2 weeks vacation, and was going to pay for him to go to Sky. So he's going to be making more than I'll make when I retire. And he's 18 years old. So the kids don't realize that. And once they kind of figure out, hey, there's money there, and I get to be outside, or the age gap between plumbers and electricians and HVAC guys and even auto guys is 50 plus years. There's got to be that gap's got to be 50. So
Wait a minute, you gotta look pretty now.
We're finishing the
That ain't
day.
gonna happen.
So who we got here? Who we got here?
You got each one of you.
Dave. We got Dave.
Dave Hale, Jim Cockrell,
So who do I blame more?
me.
That's what I thought. I told my son. I said,
I
So-
talked him into it.
Yeah. So we're at the Frog Follies. It's awesome. Excellent. So I got to sit in on one. That was a business meeting, right?
Yeah, for tomorrow. And
For
the
tomorrow.
rest of the weekend.
Yep. I got to meet Carl from one of the schools.
Yep.
So we were at Barron County Area Technical Center today, which is the beginning of this video. We delivered a car there. We're going to build a car next year.
We're waiting, we're ready.
I've got people going, you've been working on my car for 3 years.
How
What's
come you
going
do it
on?
in 3 days?
Well, yeah, that's what we're talking about, doing it in 3. No, we're not. 2.5 days.
2.5 days, yeah.
And we're not going to pretend. We're not going to do the car build thing like we used to do. Pre-build the car, take it apart, and assemble it.
Yep. We're going to use all vocational school kids from both the college and the high schools. So they're excited.
I'm starting to believe it can really happen.
I think it can.
No, we aren't going to build it. We'll mentor them. But I think we can have students to do that.
Yeah.
The tech teachers are fired up too.
Yeah. They're pretty talented.
Down there,
Yeah.
what's going on in Kentucky amazed me. What they got going. And then I'm starting to get pretty excited about what you got going on in Indiana here.
Awesome.
So
We're ready.
we'll work with the kids. And so the Frog Follies, tell me a little bit about it.
Go ahead.
49th year. Next year's 50, which is why you're coming.
And we're going to be here next year, the 50th.
And,
We're here
you
this
met-
year to kind of scope it out.
You got to meet some of the original members tonight.
I did.
And which was cool.
So you have your own Grumpy Santa.
Yeah, we do. We got several of those.
Excellent, guys. I told my son, I've been to meetings before. That was the most respectful meeting. Sometimes you can get in somebody talking for 20 minutes about handicap parking just to hear themselves talk. You guys handled business in probably, what, that was a half-hour meeting?
We've been there all day. We wanted to get out.
They were all
No.
dead tired.
They're being humbled. They handled the logistics of what's going to happen this weekend And I'm very seldom you see a group of people come together like that and go, this is how we're going to do it, this is how we're going to do it. And you'll have, what, 3,000 cars from this weekend?
Shoot for 3,000.
Yeah, right at 3,000 cars.
And maybe 25,000 spectators, 30,000?
At least, yeah. Yeah.
The logistics to that is real.
It'll be shoulder to shoulder tomorrow with people, spectators.
Saturday's even.
Saturday's
thicker.
even worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, for real, I understand why it's a
everybody's all
successful
work.
show. You guys, you think about the logistics, and everybody takes their job seriously, and they're
Yeah.
going to get it done.
After 50 years, we got a lot of it figured out.
No,
So,
after about 2 years, most car clubs get in a big fight and split and aren't there.
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
but you did get it figured out. So I'm excited. And then I mentioned about having a spirit reunion next year.
We're looking forward
Yeah,
to
that'd
that.
be
That's
awesome.
awesome.
So we're going to start a registry, a Spirit Cars registry,
That'd be great.
and start pumping and promoting. It would be so fun to have Spirit Cars there.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I imagine there'll be a couple there this
There's
weekend.
some there every year. I know how to look for them, and I look for your
Yep.
ID, your VIN number.
They don't look like your tall T though. That's a pretty cool car. And what do you drive? What do you
I'm
have?
building that 33 Plymouth. right
Okay.
now. I drive a Pro Street 69 Camaro. Is my
Oh, you
main
can't bring
show
that.
car, but I
That's
can't
not.
bring
That's
it.
not allowed. No.
So yeah. So I'm trying to get the Plymouth ready for next year. So.
Well, cool. All right. So this is becoming part of our this isn't a DIY show today. I'm back. I'm on the road again.
Yep.
I mean, and excited about it.
Yeah.
I never
That's
thought
good.
you would. I never thought you were going to get me excited about it. When I
Pulls
returned
you
your
out of the
call,
woodwork.
yeah, when I returned Jim's call, it was a courtesy call to say we probably won't be able to make it. But you got me energetic, and then you followed up and promised waffles. So we're going to wrap today's video up with no DIY. I didn't do a thing.
Awesome.
I
Tell
drove.
that painter,
We drove all day.
we're looking forward to him coming.
There you go.
And the other guy keeps saying he doesn't want to come. We're going to
Well,
kidnap
Mr.
him.
T's coming.
We're going to
Yeah.
kidnap him.
He ain't gonna know what hit him, and
We
he'll
got to
be
get the
showing
whole
up.
A team here.
Yeah, the whole A team will be here.
Yeah.